This woman casually closed the car door, completely forgetting that there was still a baby inside. She carried her shopping bags of various sizes into the house, turned on the fan, and soon fell asleep on the sofa. Meanwhile, outside the temperature had already soared past 40 degrees. Under the scorching sun, the car had become a literal oven. The woman slept until sunset. It wasn't until she saw the empty crib that she suddenly remembered something. 3 months later, the nanny, Anna, had just dressed the baby in a yellow outfit. When the father suddenly snatched the child away, she knew there had to be some extra. The mother often seemed dazed, as if she had lost her memory. The father carried sorrow in his eyes, and the only person who knew the truth, his younger brother Nick, was prone to sudden outbursts of anger. Anna decided to start her investigation with him. That night she pretended to go on a date and asked Nick to look after the baby for her. Not long after she left, an accident happened. The baby had once again been replaced with a doll. Nick, terrified, he quickly called his brother-in-law, but his sister was right beside him, and in the end he couldn't bring to say it out loud. Just as he was panicking, Anna returned. Without a word, she picked up the doll that had been thrown to the ground. Nick anxiously pressed her for the truth. Where was the real baby? But Anna ignored him. Left with no choice, Nick grabbed the doll and threatened to throw it away. At the very moment he let go, the sound of a baby crying filled the air, yet the doll remained lifeless. Nick had no choice but to pick up a pot and bang on it while searching for the child. Anna remained silent, letting him spiral into madness. Finally, when he had exhausted himself, he sat beside Anna and confessed everything. It turned out that the mother was a strong-willed woman, a well-known TV journalist. She had been eager to return to work right after giving birth, but at that time, her husband had to leave for a week-long business trip, leaving her alone at home. She had to care for the baby. That day, after returning from shopping with the baby, she accidentally left the child in the car. By the time she finally realized something was wrong that night, the baby had already suffocated in the sweltering car. From that moment on, she lost her grip on reality. She wrapped the lifeless baby in cloth, pretending he was still alive. Her husband had no choice but to call a psychiatrist. They used a realistic-looking doll as a stand-in for the baby, just to keep the mother's emotions stable. But they both knew, the day she remembered the truth, a far greater storm would hit this family.